So I would say that one of the most important ideas that's in the culture of the US is this. It's the idea of the most important individual. It's essentially a religious idea. I think it made its way here through the Calvinists, maybe even the Puritans. The idea is this, that if you're successful, you're important. But to become successful, you have to be important. And what that means is the most important people get into heaven, and the people who are not important, the people who are not good, not of good character, they won't get into heaven. And that leads to certain decisions in the society around how much people with wealth, with resources actually care about people who don't have them. The idea of the most important individual comes across in business in a lot of different ways. One is just with the ridiculous titles they've got here. Everyone's got a big title, and then there's all this layering such as EVP, SVP, VP, and so on and so forth. It also will come out in meetings where people will use these titles. You might come here from another city or another country, you'll be in a meeting and someone will introduce you in a way that they can control who you are, the narrative of who you are, so that people don't think that you're better than who you are. It also means that in business, optics matter. I freaking hate this word. I only really heard it in the last couple of years of my career here. People are worried about how they're looked at. Now this makes sense because there is research that suggests that a lot of people who get ahead in business do have sociopathic, maybe even psychopathic tendencies. That's a small group of people, but the representation of people with those tendencies overrepresents in senior positions in business. However, it leads a lot of people to realize that how they're perceived for doing the work versus the work that they actually do matters more. And I think that leads to a culture of mediocrity. It's basically a game of how little work can I do while getting the most credit for it. And that can lead to some really strange behaviors.